Have you ever once thought to yourself, I can't fucking play the drums? Or perhaps, when I play the musical instrument of the guitar, my fingers hurt afterwards. Maybe you've even thought, what the fuck is rhythm? But that's okay, because even though you're absolutely musically inept, even though your singing isn't respected past karaoke night, and when you smack those drums you look as if you were holding the drumsticks with your teeth, there's still hope for you. In this tutorial, I will be teaching you everything there is to know about making regurgitated music on your 2007 MacBook. Let's get it started, boys. I suppose we should first take a look at some musical basics. Before you start pimping out your SoundCloud page and uploading your songs to YouTube with girls in bikinis as the thumbnails, you need to understand the first steps to becoming a music producer. You have to understand some basic vocabulary words. The first one we're gonna get to know is BPM. BPM is a musical acronym that stands for beats per minute, which refers to your heartbeats per minute. You want to make sure you have a very constant heartbeat, one that doesn't fluctuate very often. Making electronic dance music is an art, and you must treat it with tranquility and calmness. One must not have an outrageous heartbeat while making music. That could, possibly create a lesser product. We want to remain at a resting heart rate, ranging from 60 to 100 beats a minute. This way our music will remain unique and creative. If your heartbeat's too slow, your music will sound like it's straight out of, 1955. But if your heart rate's too fast, let's say 140, you're probably spazzing out and making some kind of dubstep or nightcore. And no one wants that. You should probably also be aware of all of these words, but who cares? It can't be that hard to make house music, right? Let's just move on to the next step. The first real step to becoming an EDM artist is learning how to make your own music. You can't just step into the studio day one and lay down a hot Martin Garrix hit. It's gonna take some time. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you're not gonna take the time to learn to play piano or anything silly like that. That's a waste of your time. You wanna get this shit started now, and right now. Well, let me tell you how. Head on over to argmateyimapirate.org and type in Ableton Live totally legit cracked keygen no viruses into the search bar. Torrent that shit and bam, you're an EDM producer. Sure, you're not Skrillex yet, but you're basically halfway there, man. Alright, so here we are in Ableton Studio. Let's try to, make a song together, huh? Alright, here we go. So we got our kick, our clap, our hat, and our snare. This is pretty much all you're gonna need for a hot, sexy track. Let's get this going. So I put some kicks here, put a clap on every second one, and get a hat going, every second little dude there. And let's test it out. That's pretty much ready for SoundCloud if you ask me. But there's a couple little things you can actually do to tweak this. Now, the first thing you could do is raise the BPM. Everyone loves a really fast, high-paced, action-packed song. I'm gonna first raise our BPM to, 522. Let's test out this 522 BPM, shall we? Now that's what I'm talking about. Another thing we can do is actually add some instruments, so we don't just have this kind of jumbled drum mess. Let's actually go in here and find a nice, here we go, jazz guitar. Let's throw that in there. And as you can see in Ableton Live, you get this nice setup here, kind of shows you the keyboard there a little bit. If I actually play on my keyboard, you can hear a little bit of that, huh? That's pretty spicy. Now, if we go into our piano roll, another nice little thing Ableton Live has, and we just kind of get some nice beats going. See how that sounds. Wow, that's amazing. Now, we've got our great song. I walked you through how to make an easy hit for the kids to enjoy, but it seems to be missing something. I don't know, I think it sounds too original. To spice up the track some more and give it a more modern vibe, we're gonna get some sample packs. Sample packs are great because they give you loops and sounds that other people created. This way, you don't have to fiddle around actually making something original. Who needs original synth sounds or anything like that? You can just take what someone else has made. Again, if we go to another site like piratesbooty.com or something, I'm sure there are some sick 120 BPM house samples we can find online. Drag that into your track and you're set. Now you may be wondering, Astro, this is great and all, man, I'm the next up-and-coming artist, but how the fuck do I actually get noticed, asshole? He actually thinks you can get noticed in the music industry in 2016. He actually thinks that. Yeah, the viewer. Yeah. I know. Alright, so you have your song all completed. Masterpiece. It's the next big hit of 2016, or whatever year you're watching this video in, maybe 2020, I don't know. Render this bad boy and head on over to the best music site on the planet, SoundCloud.com. SoundCloud is great because you can upload your music for all to hear. We can set up our sick SoundCloud page in just a couple seconds, post our track, tag it with hashtag avant-garde, and watch the people flow right in. Eventually, record labels will be screaming for your name. Now that's pretty much it, folks. At this point, you're the next fucking Martin Garrix, dude. You're making hot, sexy, mainstream garbage for everybody to enjoy. I mean, at this point, you're making it big. You're living it large. I don't even need to tell you anything else. But if this tutorial was too hard for you, for some reason you got stuck at one of the steps, you could always become a DJ. DJ Khaled.